I'm Ty Adranis with TestPilotRC.com, and this is section 2 of the first segment of series of reviews on MyRCDesigns.com, the design phase. Okay, so great, you've got your design put together, you've got this magnificent design for a superb aircraft. Now what? Well, all you do is you export out your design and email it off to MyRCDesigns.com, and they will go ahead and laser cut all the parts for you and ship it out to you. And the shipping, they package that thing really, really well. There's a lot of bubble wrap and a lot of tape, but you know what? Usually I don't like a lot of tape. In this case I did, because it's 6mm Depron, and I want to make sure the thing is packed really, really well, which it was. And then you put it together with your own electronics and whatnot. What I advise is that you do a prototype phase. And the prototype for our Bad Wolf, it looks like this. And you could see from the last video, this looks exactly like we designed it. And it's all out of 6mm Depron with a carbon fiber core going through the wing to add some strength. We lucked out. Our design ended up just perfect right out the gate. I mean, this thing flies amazingly. Watch the next video if you want to see how it flies. It flies just great. I mean, it is fantastic. But that's not always going to be the case. When you design something, you may need to change the geometry around a little bit, and so I advise on your first pass, you don't do graphics. You wait until you're happy with how it flies. Then you do another pass with graphics after you've adjusted all your geometry and everything. And the reason for this is, if you have to adjust anything, you're going to have to redo all your graphics. And that's no fun, and it's going to encourage you to be lazy, whereas you want a perfect design. At least it would encourage me to be lazy. So, this is the Bad Wolf. 6mm Depron. Now we're also having one printed up that is half size. So this is the big Bad Wolf. The other one is the Bad Wolf Cub or Pup. We haven't decided which one to call it yet. But it's going to be available over at MyRC Designs as well. Anyway, I can't tell you how happy I am with the software that what I designed came back, fits together perfectly. It's got tabs in it. And that's one unique part to having something laser cut and doing it with computer assisted design, is that you can do tabs, as you can see in this, gosh, I even forgot what the name of that part is. Side force generator, there we go, haha. Anyway, could practically hear the Jeopardy theme playing there. Anyway, that we put tabs in it to make sure that these things just line up perfectly, including the air directors on top of the wings, so that they're perfectly straight. So everything is precision when you do it with laser. So definitely worth it. So what I'm going to give MyRC Designs so far is a 5 out of 5, because this plane, I actually like flying it a little more than I even like flying the Yak. The Yak gives me the adrenaline rush, but this thing flies for so long and it's so great. I mean, I was getting 20-minute flight times out of this thing, and it just flies amazing. I'm super, super, super happy with it, and I think you will be too once you design something, or if you want to buy a Bad Wolf, it'll be available for sale soon. And all proceeds go to TestPilotRC.com and keeping the site alive. So anyway, this is Ty Adranis for TestPilotRC.com. Stay tuned for a couple of videos that are the maiden flight and the first aerobatic flight with the Bad Wolf, so you can kind of see how the designs shook out. And electronics-wise, all that good stuff. We'll get into that stuff later in other segments. The next video, or the next segment in this series, is going to be on designing the graphics. And then the segment following that will be on the assembly of all of your parts. And then finally, we'll be choosing your electronics. So this is Ty Adranis for TestPilotRC.com, and this is the first segment of the series for MyRCDesigns.com.